If you're managing multiple properties and you're still handling proposals, email replies, or content manually, you're burning time and money. Most short-term rental managers are stuck in the busy work, whether it's rewriting the same email replies manually, copy and pasting pitch decks, or delegating tasks to a VA or a team member that could have been automated. Or worse, you're doing the right thing to grow the business, like sending proposals or writing blogs for search engine optimization, but still doing all of those tasks manually over and over again. Meanwhile, the top operators are replacing repetitive work with AI workflows, turning hours of low-value tasks and admin tasks into a scalable system that works for you 24/7. So in this video, I'm going to walk through 3 AI workflows or AI agents that you can use today for your short-term rental business in order for you to save up to $15,000 in manual labor or VA cost, look more professional without adding more stuff, and create a back-end operational system that actually scales. The first AI agent will be the email lead autoresponder. We're starting off with the most important yet often overlooked parts of growth, which is lead response. Usually with a lot of short-term rental businesses, you probably have an email inquiry form inside your website for owners to fill in, for owners to ask any questions about your business, about your service, things like that. And those inquiries will land into your email inboxes. Now for some people, they have automated the response for those specific email inquiries, but the automated response are usually non-dynamic. So it's not personalized, it's just the same one message that are going to be sent to any owners who reach out to them. Or worse, they don't have an email inquiry form inside their website, so the owner has to copy your email address and send the email manually to your address. With that second step too, you still have to respond manually. So either the replies are delayed because you're busy or the team is inactive, or you get a templated reply, or even like a generic reply from your team member who manually type in those reply and send it to the leads. But the problem with these methods is that your leads are the warmest when they reach out to you within a few minutes, which means that if they don't hear back from you within a few hours or even a few minutes, you're gonna lose that lead. They're gonna find another agency who replies to them faster. Because by the time you reach back to them, either they forget about you because your emails are drowned inside their inboxes, or they have found another business that they want to go with, just because that other business maybe reach out to them faster. So how this automation work is, we connect your email inbox to an AI filter. We're using OpenAI here. Any message from the email, this OpenAI filter will basically filter the message that are coming from your inboxes, and it will then classify them as either a lead or not lead. So it checks if the sender is an owner showing a buying intent. If it detects interest, even if it's fake, for example, like I want to learn more about what you're offering, then the automation will then run and it will trigger a pre-written personalized email for them within seconds. So the reason why I say within seconds and not immediately send, because if it were a human who were writing these responses, we are not robots, so it will realistically take us around 1 minute to 2 to craft this email. So that's why we place a 90-second delay here. So it seems like a real human is writing the email for them, is replying to them. Because again, we're using AI to customize the reply, just like how a human would customize a reply. As you can probably tell, this AI agent is highly customizable. So you can prompt anything to AI. It doesn't have to be like an AI lead auto-respond. You can also do like an email categorization. So the AI will read through your emails, filter it, categorize it, and then if you want, it can also write a response. And I have 2 options here. You can either create a draft first if you don't want to automatically send the email, or we can also send the email immediately. It is highly customizable. Let's actually run this through and I'm going to show you how this works. I select my email inbox that I want the AI agent to read, and I only select unread emails because if you select all of the previous emails that you have read, it's probably gonna also include that, which you don't want. And so as you can see here, I sent a sample inquiry email to my own inbox just for this test. And let's see what happens if we run this. So activate now. Let's run it once, and then it will generate a reply. And wait 90 seconds. I should have just removed this for the sake of this tutorial. Let me try it again. Okay, so I removed the delay because I want to show you now, and I don't want to wait 90 seconds. So let's run it again. It's reading the emails, and then crafting a response. Okay, and now let's look at our inbox. Okay, so this is the email that I sent the inquiry from, and as you can see on top here, I get the email response. And if you look back at the email inquiry here, name is James, he has a property in Gold Coast, interested in what we are offering, and then the AI agent sent a personalized email response based off James' emails. The good thing about this is also you can customize it so that you can optimize the conversion rate. You can insert your booking calendar link if they don't want to call you immediately. There must have been a reason why. So simply send them a calendar link. This is more low commitment, and so this works well with people who email you for an inquiry because they probably aren't ready to immediately give you a call. Okay, so in summary, this AI agent does 2 things. Firstly, it makes you look responsive and also professional because you respond within like minutes, which is fantastic. They're still online. Secondly, it also saves you and your team from having to write all of the same reply over and over again, which saves you a bunch of time and also overhead cost. And you can also customize this further. If you have a CRM, you can definitely add another module, which is like your CRM, for example. We can send the lead information to the CRM so that your team are notified. You can also notify your team on Slack maybe. So if they ended up booking a call, or if they just send an inquiry, means that you have a new lead coming in. Integrate it with Slack, and then your team will have a notification on Slack on the new lead. Finally, you can also do a follow-up to these leads if they haven't booked a call yet, which is very useful because imagine all of the follow-ups that you have to do manually if they haven't reached back. And also think about how many leads that you can actually convert into working with you if you have all of those follow-ups set up. Okay, so let's move on to the second AI agent, which is the AI proposal generator. For this example, I have two examples here, one using Google Slides and the other one using PandaDoc. This is where the growth decision actually happens, so proposal and also strategies. Truth is, you're probably still generating pitch decks, proposals, all manually with the help of AI, obviously, with the help of ChatGPT, for example, but there's still someone doing most of the work still, either you, your VA, your team member, or whoever it is. This eliminates all of those unnecessary work hours. And so with this AI agent, it not only helps you to pitch smarter, look more professional, and all of those fun things, but it also helps you to convert those owners into actually working with you, into being your partner, but again, without all of those hours or overhead expenses that you need to put in. So the first one will be the Google Slides generator. So this doesn't have to be a proposal generator because I'm going to show you how to create the proposal generator using PandaDoc instead. It's way better. But let's say you want to automate a pitch deck that you have to routinely create. For example, you want to create a monthly strategy deck for each of your owners, showing their performance, opportunities, and also plans for the future. Normally, either you would have to ask a developer to create a specific app for you so that the owners have an app that they could log in and just see the performance at whatever time is at their convenience. That's if you are a big short-term rental management business with big budgets. The smaller ones probably either create it off of Canva, ask their team to create it somewhere else, which is still manual. But now we're gonna remove most of those unnecessary hours that you have to put in. So how this works is there's gonna be a form that you can fill in. Again, you can customize this form to however you would like it. In this case, I created this AI agent for a proposal generator, and that is why the questions are more related towards creating a proposal. So we have the problem, solution, scope, the cost, how soon, things like that. If you want to create an owner reporting pitch deck in Google Slides, for example, you would replace this with the owner's name, the property address, the key wins or issues this particular month, the plan of action or the focus for next month. From then, we are using AI to generate the content of the pitch deck, put it inside a Google Slides template that you presumably already create, and then it will send a message automatically to the owners, which is why we ask for their email here, because it's gonna send it to them immediately. But again, just like the previous flow, you can customize this to however you like it to be. You can change the Gmail to connect it with your CRM if you want to review it first, or your team want to review it first before finalizing and sending the final pitch deck. You can most definitely connect it with your CRM and place it as a draft, or send a notification to your team saying that the AI has generated this presentation, please review. And then I'm going to show you how this can look like. So ideally, you would have a template ready with all of the sections that you want to replace. So for example, the proposal title will be generated by the AI. Same goes with the problem summary. Also, because you have listed your problems here, the AI will generate a problem summary, and then it will replace this with the actual content. And so I created this for my own company, and this is what it generates for me. Let's say that I am talking with a prospect and they have a problem with managing their leads. And so that is the service that I want to provide to them. So from our sales call, I fill in the problems, the solution that they want, the scope of the project that we are gonna have, the cost and how soon, and AI will just fill in every single section. I created this today, 15th June. I created this yesterday, and I write in the scope. I write it here that we are probably gonna do the delivery for 3 to 5 days. And as you can probably tell, the AI understands it and customize it to my response. And yeah, again, you can customize it to whatever presentation that you want to create. For example, if you want to create the monthly reporting for owners, you can create the property overview, for example, and then this month's inside. Here you can create the revenue or occupancy summary, the action plan, and then the next steps, maybe. Some other ideas also, you can use this workflow to pitch new owners with a personalized sales deck. So maybe after you meet up in person or had a sales call, you want to create a summary of what the partnership could look like. You can also use this AI agent to summarize Q4 or Q1 performances. or show any before and after result. For example, you want to create a specific testimonial or a specific lead magnet for a lead, you can use this AI agent. A lot of use cases, we just need to get creative. The second is the PandaDoc AI proposal generator. PandaDoc is basically a software for you to create any contract, agreement, things like that. This is where the other party can sign in the deal. And so the sequence of the flow will be the same. First, there will be a form submission, just like before. Basically, a submission of what you want the final PandaDoc document to have in terms of the information. So if you want to make an agreement document, for example, you can customize this form and ask the owner's name, scope of service. You can include the fees, the structure, the onboarding steps, and also finally the e-signature field that will be placed in PandaDoc later on. You can also include maybe the onboarding checklist, the terms and clauses, and all of those legal stuff. Okay, so it has gotten a bit dark now. It's still 5 p.m. in Melbourne, but it's already really dark, so I had to turn on the light. But basically, this is how the proposal would look like if we were to use PandaDoc. Obviously, this is not made for short-term rental management, but I'm just testing this out quickly. And so you would have all of like the project scope, things like that. And then finally, there will be a section here where the other party, for example, in your case, the owner, can sign off the document. And it will work out if this is generated through a PandaDoc link. So I saved this in a PDF. That's why it doesn't have all of the signs and things like that. So realistically, you want to send the link to the owners, have them sign, and then download it as a PDF. The upside of this, not only does this save a bunch of hours in the signing and creating the actual proposals, but it will also contribute to the retention rate of the owners that you work with. Because when owners see that you have all of this sorted out, especially if you are a smaller short-term rental management company, they're going to be impressed. And so they're going to trust you more. They're not going to want to work with anyone else. They love you so much because you just make their life much easier. And so they want to stick with you until, I don't know, hopefully forever. But yeah, if you're, for example, just talking to 2 to 3 owners per month, this will save you a bunch of time. It makes you look premium. Finally, let's look at a completely different kind of leverage, turning your knowledge into marketing without ever writing a blog post yourself. This is the AI agent blog post generator. Because most of you probably know search engine optimization needs to be dialed in, needs to be consistent, you need to be consistently posting. But for very reasonable reasons, you have other shit to manage. You have owner and guest communications, you have pricing adjustments, back-end operation system, team management, all of those stuff. And you just don't have the time to sit down and write, even if there's like ChatGPT right now to help streamline everything. Still doesn't eliminate the fact that you have to do the prompting. You have to tweak things here and there, and it's just very time consuming. This also applies to your team member. If you delegate this to someone else, they probably have better things to do. So this will eliminate all of those bottlenecks. This automation generates a full blog post from just a simple keyword or idea. We have the on-form submission here again. So the way it works is you just insert the keyword of what you want the blog post to be, kind of like the title, but I'm going to show you after this how this works. So then from that keyword, it will create the outlines, the citations, and then it will generate a better outline, write sections for you. This is summary, so I haven't changed the name, but it will create a summary for you too. And then all of this stuff, basically, it will transform all of those text into a Google Docs that you can access from your email. Now, heads up here, I have a little bit of problem still. This is not finalized yet. The problem is that the final Google Docs structure is looking pretty bad. What I mean is that it doesn't have the section, page breaks, things like that, which I will show you in a second. But the content is there, so I really want to push out this video as fast as I could. And if you want all of these workflows, like, I would be happy to share it to you. Just comment down below, or I'm not sure because some of these are not finalized yet. And again, with the proposal, AI proposal generator, if you want this, sure, you can customize it yourself. But again, you still have to do the customization. If you want me and my team's help to customize it for your business, we can do it for you. We're gonna cover that. There's a link below. Check that out if you're interested in our help to customize all of this for your specific business needs. But anyways, enough pitching. I'm gonna actually run the workflow and show you how this actually works. Execute. It will open up a new tab and it will ask me to create a keyword. Now I want this blog post to write me a 3-day itinerary for Byron Bay in February. I'm going to provide an email, my email, so that the final Google Docs will be sent to this email. Submit, and then we'll see. It's just doing its thing. It's going to take a while, probably 2 minutes-ish. So I'm going to come back to you after it has finished the workflow. Okay, the workflow is successfully generated. Now I'm going to refresh my email. Whoop. New document, gonna click, and yep, this is the problem here. It's not structured really well. but all of the content is here, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of fixing. If you want the template of this, I will gladly send it to you, but once I have adjusted all of this eye straining looking docs, then I'm happy to send all of the templates for you. Again, just comment down below or message me. Again, a million different blog posts that you can generate out of this. You can also create educational blog posts. For example, why your short-term rental management business is better than the other management business out there. Why are you the best? You can also create that blog post here. Also, finally, just like the other flows, you can customize this endpoint to however you would like it to be. If you want to send it to your CRM, to your team, send a notification, I don't know. Possibilities are endless. Imagine if this is structured really well. You just have to copy and paste it to your website, and there you go. You generated a blog post in under 10 minutes. Oh, and finally, the last thing that I forgot to touch on is that you can also generate an image somewhere along this workflow, but it requires you to pay an additional subscription amount for the OpenAI, I think. So that is why I removed it from this sequence, but I just want you to know if you have the budget for it, and if, for example, you want to create another AI agent that needs to generate an image too, then I think it will be worth it. We can definitely include it in this workflow. I just removed it because some people don't even bother paying, and nowadays you can just type in a prompt in ChatGPT and it will generate you an image that is pretty decent. So it's not worth the pain, I think, for some people. That's why I removed it, but I just want to let you know that it's possible. So if you're still doing all of this manually, you're not just wasting your time, but you're also leaving revenue and possible growth on the table. These AI agents, AI workflows, they replace the entire role in your system, leading you to scale faster, leaner, and also more profitably, which we all love. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you would like the templates for this, or simply just let me know which automation do you think will benefit you most, or if there's any AI automation that you would like me to create, let me know in the comment down below too. Finally, if you don't want to build this all yourself and you want to customize it according to your business needs, your business structure, there's a link below where you can work with me and my team, and we will build all of this for you. Not only that, we also optimize for growth and scalability. So we're not just placing this AI automation, but we also develop a system for your business so you can bridge the gap from where you are at right now to where you want to be. It's the full pack right here. System strategies, automation delegation, we can do all of that for you. Thanks again for watching. See you in my next one.